Okay, turn 2, upkeep phase. First thing we do is give Daryl his $2 because of his retainer. And I will actually trade that for 5 because he's taking a lot of space here. Okay, so now Daryl has $8. And he's a rich guy. And then we'll roll one die to see if he keeps this card. We want anything but a 1. So we get a 6. He keeps it. Alright. So for upkeep, let's think about what we want Daryl to do this round. Daryl is over here in the unnameable. And he has 3 tokens. So he needs some more tokens. So, I guess he'll go into the unvisited aisle and grab the token there. So that's 1 and 2. For Gloria's upkeep, she's in this other world. She's not going to need any movement because of that. So, she'll likely close her gate with her lore. You can close gates with fight check or lore check. Because her lore is higher, I would prefer to close with her lore, which is at 4 right now, which is good. And I don't know, I'm thinking maybe in her next upkeep phase would be, maybe we could use some luck right now, actually. So we'll probably do this. Move her down, and we'll move her back up before she exits the other world. For Michael, he's in the witch house. And he's in great need of some clues. He only has 1. Now, I have an idea, and here's the plan. As opposed to moving around grabbing clues, we have this environment card, which says Michael could move into Rivertown, and he could potentially use his stamina and roll dice equal to the current stamina, which is 7 for Michael. For every failed die, they lose 1, and the player, if devoured them, will start a new character, otherwise they gain 3 tokens. Okay. I don't know. What do you think? 3 tokens, but he has a lot of stamina. Okay, so we're gonna take that chance. Michael will move into the Rivertown streets, which is 1, 2 movement points, and then he'll do a stamina dice roll. Okay. So I think we'll just keep him where he is right now. Don't have to move anything, and then do that in a bit. Do that dice roll in a bit. Movement phase with Daryl Simmons first. Okay, he's gonna move 2, 1, 2 into the unvisited aisle. Grab this token. That makes him 4. For Gloria's movement, she's over here in the other world, so she'll simply move 1 forward to this part 2, to the part 2 of City of the Great Race. And that would end her movement. We move on to Michael, who moves up 1, 2 to Rivertown. And he can now roll this die because of this environment card. So we're gonna roll for Daryl's stamina, which is 7. So I have 7 dice here. And we'll roll them all at once, I guess. Maybe I'll do 2 hands. Alright, so here we go. Okay, that looks like we have 3 5s, 3 5s, 3 successes, and 4 fails. That's not bad. Okay, so that means we would take -4 for stamina. So Michael loses 4 stamina, but because of his special ability, which says any phase he reduces all stamina losses by 1, he only loses 3. So we'll take this away. And then he gets 3 clue tokens. Michael gets 4 tokens now. Total 4. That ends the movement phase. We'll now move into the encounter phase, starting with Daryl Simmons. He's in the unvisited isle. And we'll once again grab this location pile, shuffle, and then draw 2 because of Daryl's special ability. Alright, and we want unvisited isle. Okay, so the first one, with unvisited isle, you come across a man examining some old bones. Pass a sneak -1 check. To see what he's doing, he finally notices you, is impressed with your skills, and introduces himself as John LaGrasse. Take his alley card. And if it's available, otherwise he shares a meal with you, restore your sanity and stamina to their maximum values. Okay. Okay. The other one, you come across a large pile of human bones. Lose 1 sanity, but find a scroll among the bones. Draw 1 spell. Okay, so either draw 1 spell or an ally, but with the sneak -1 check. Unfortunately, Daryl Simmons' sneak is a 2. But he does have a skill here that gives him 1 more. So we have 3 sneak -1, which is 2 sneak. 2 sneak, and we want a success to get John LaGrasse as our ally. Alright. The other option is to gain a spell. But we have to lose 1 sanity. Decisions. Alright, you know what? We're gonna take our chances because this is an adventure game, right? Okay, so let's take our chances with the ally here. We'll do a sneak -1 check with this particular encounter, and we'll see whether we get John LaGrasse as our ally. Alright, let's do that. Alright. So it's 2 dice, so I'll remove the rest of these. And we'll now make a 2 dice. Okay. Otherwise, we just move back up to restore sanity and stamina. So let's see whether we get John as our ally. Sweet. Okay. It's a success. Sneak -1 was a success. Alright, so we now get John as an ally. So let's find him in our deck. He's the first one here. John LaGrasse is now our ally for Daryl Simmons, and he has +2 will. And we can also claim monsters with the endless ability as trophies. The second encounter is with Gloria, but she's in the other world over here. So we don't do her encounter just at this moment. So we'll move on to our third player, who is Michael. But because Michael is in Rivertown, he does not get to have an encounter. He's not at a location, he's on a street. So that would end our Arkham encounter phase. And we'll move on to the Otherworld encounter phase with Gloria. So for Gloria's encounter, we'll go ahead and draw a gate card. And again, her special ability is that she gets to draw 2 and choose 1. So the first one is blue, which is not applicable because we need a green or yellow for the City of Great Race. Yellow. Okay, so this will be the first one. And we would need one more. That's red, not good. White, not good. Green, okay. So we have one yellow and one green. Okay. So for the yellow card, it says your mind is flooded with knowledge. Make a lore -2 check. If you pass it, draw one spell but lose one sanity. It's lore -2. And the other one says you may choose to try and infiltrate one of the angled structures. If so, make a sneak -1 check. If you pass, draw 2 unique items and keep one of them. If you fail, you're lost in time and space. Okay, so it's a pretty easy decision here. Reason being, Gloria actually is sneak 0. With her sneak of 0, the outcome of this is pretty obvious. We'll get lost in time and space, which is not a good thing. Whereas the other one will make a lore -2 check. Her lore is 2, so we'll also fail that one, but there is no cost, there's no failure condition to this card. So we'll pick this one. And then Gloria would fail this check, but nothing happens. Before we move on, let's take a look at what happens if you're lost in time and space. So if Gloria picked this encounter, she would have automatically failed this because she has a sneak of 0. So what would happen is we would move her from the other world, from this City of Great Race, into this box here called Lost in Time and Space in the city limits area. She would come in here delayed on her side, meaning that on her next movement phase, she can't do any movement other than standing up her character. And then on the next movement phase after that, she will be able to go back to any location or street area in Arkham. So she gets to pick wherever she wants and go back. Now the downside of coming back like this from the other world is that normally when you come back from the other world into the portal that you went in, you would get one of these explored tokens, explored markers, which signifies that you've explored the other world. And with this, you have the opportunity to roll the die and see whether you can seal the gate with 5 clue tokens. Now, coming back to Arkham via the Lost in Time and Space route would not give you this explored token. So really, you've just lost your chance to seal the gate. You would have to go into the portal again, do those encounters in the other worlds, waste some time doing that before you can get this token and try to seal it again. So that's why we did not pick this card, because of the consequences of being lost in time and space. With Gloria's encounter, this ends our otherworld encounter phase. We now move into the final phase of this round, that being the Mythos phase where we draw the Mythos card. So let's do that. And upon drawing and getting the gate, we'll also add a Doom token to the Doom track. So we're now on number 3. Alright, so we've drawn this environment card. First things first, we look at this gate location, which is the unnameable. So at the unnameable location, a portal pops up. We'll draw the gate, which is the City of Great Race again. We'll then draw a monster from the monster bag. And we get a Hound of Tindalos. This is a green monster. Green means that it has a unique ability. So on page 11 of the rulebook, it lists the colors that the monsters could be, In this case, it's green. And green means that it will require unique movements, and we'll have to refer to the back of the monster token. So for this particular monster, it says when it moves directly to the nearest investigator inside a location in Arkham, other than the hospital or asylum. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we'll place this at the unnameable location along with the portal. Our next thing is to look at monster movement, and it has the pluses and the moons. Pluses white, moons black. So we only have two monsters on the board, one being the Gug, that is a dash, and the other being the monster we just drew, which is the Hound, and he has a symbol of the square. So we don't have any pluses or moons. That means we don't have monster movement for this card. All right, so let's move on to our clues. And it says the clue appears in the woods, which has, unfortunately, the abyss, so we don't get any clues. Finally, for the text here, it says gates cannot be sealed, although they can still be closed. So this kind of sucks because Gloria was going to come back from City of the Great Race. But anyhow. Okay, so this will replace the previous environment card that we had here. And we'll discard the old one and place this new one on the board. First player marker goes from Daryl and clockwise, so back up to Gloria. And that would be the end of this turn. End of round 2.